Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Hope that you are enjoying your day. So I just did a reading and it just got deleted. So I'm gonna do another one. I'm just gonna do a different spread here. And if you are returning, welcome back. And if you are new and you don't know what Shabbat Shalom means, Shalom is just in the Hebrew, it represents a perfect peace. And so I like to greet you that way. And the Shabbat is the Sabbath. And I keep covenant with Elohim. It's part of my heritage. If you don't keep the commandments, that's your business. You have free will, but I do. And this is just who I am. And the Shabbat is just a day that we relax. You know, you just don't do any work on it. You just keep your mind, obviously you should keep your mind on the Great One all day, every day. But it's just a special type of a day for my lineage. And so anyway, that's just who I am. So I'm not churchy or religious or anything like that. And I love Jehovah with all my heart, with all my strength, with all my soul, and I just keep his commandments. And so, like I said, that's who I am. So if you stay, you stay. If you don't, then thanks for checking me out. So as I'm just kind of sitting here, I thought I'd just do another little reading here. We would just, if you have a question that, you know, let me just say to anybody who is new or not new, I'm not a reader like anybody else. Okay, I've got special work in the earth. I know who I am. I went through a process of wondering, why did you call me this way? And you'll just tell me to stop. Just go where I tell you to go and do what I tell you to do, and you'll just be fine. Regardless who can understand it, nobody can figure him out. His ways are not our ways, and they're higher than us, and so we just got trust. And so I just have a different type of a work on my channel, and it's to uproot wickedness. Okay, so I get a lot of sobering stuff on my channel. But I'm a reader that does not pry into any type of spiritual energy that I'm not allowed to. So when I'm asking questions, it's known between me and Jehovah that it's what we're allowed to know about something. So, you know, if you've got a special someone or a family member that you've been wondering about, or that, you know, the Elohim has put up on your heart, and for whatever reason you don't know why they've been just coming to my heart, Jehovah can lay things on your heart because maybe they're thinking about you as well, and you just need to lift them up or cover them in prayer or something like that. But, you know, if you've got special questions about someone in all purity that you're needing Jehovah Elohim to answer for you, he'll answer that for you, and he'll give you what you need to know about that person. Okay, but everybody has free will. I wouldn't want somebody prying into you, trying to. That's called witchcraft. I'm not. You know, Jehovah says he's going to burn the witches. People, he's going to burn you and I have no right to think that we can go try to make somebody or manipulate somebody. That's dangerous, because you yourself wouldn't want somebody to do that to you. Okay, and so I'm not that type of a reader. I'm for all uprightness and truth. But if you do have somebody that's just on your heart all the time, and you're asking Jehovah about them, or you need to know how maybe even they might feel about you, and it's safe for you to ask and for him to reveal something to you, then he will. He'll let you know all the things that you need to know to help you along your way so that it can be made straight. Okay, so if you are new, that's kind of who I am as well. And those of you who are not new, but I've never shared that with you, then you kind of know who I am as a reader. So let's go ahead and just take a look. If you do have a special somebody on your heart, pause this video and get real still and ask Jehovah some questions, and he'll reveal whatever needs to be said. Your spirit will receive whatever needs to be received by this reading. Okay, we're going to look at the soul. The soul is the mind, the will, and the emotions, okay, of a situation, or maybe there's something hidden within yourself as well. We're part of a collective and a soul group, and if you are part of a soul group, we're one. Jehovah is one with his family. And some people have real sensitivity where it's spiritual. I don't know how to express this. I've talked about it before. One day I couldn't sleep, and I was laying there, and I got a vision of the emperor type energy, and somebody was just wrestling on the inside of what to do. And if you are real sensitive to spiritual energy in a soul group, you'll pick up that energy in somebody who's needing your help spiritually to help them through. And so the soul within our soul group, our collective, needs to be made whole within something. So we're going to take a look at the things that we need to transmute and things like that. That was actually coming out in a reading that I just did that got deleted. And somebody on one side was whole and there were good thoughts there, and on the other side it was being suggested to cast down any type of energies and clear it away. They don't serve you anymore and stuff like that. So we're going to look at the soul space, the mind, the will of what's there, and how to die. Yeah, I seen the Wheel of Fortune today in a reading, and so that's obviously the hand of the divine to turn the wheel, but our will has to let go of the wheel, like that old song that Carrie Underwood said, Jesus take the wheel, and so his hand will take the wheel and Yeshua will turn it. So we're going to look at the mind space. It's huge because we know that we are not fighting against flesh and blood, we're fighting against principalities and powers of the air. The mind space was all over the place in some readings that I did today. So then we're going to look at the heart space. And because the heart is an issue for some people, we're told to guard it because out of it flow yellow, pussy, nasty stuff. Okay, so it needs to be guarded. We're going to look at that space, what you need to do or what you need to know about somebody else so that you can help send light to help somebody come awake so that they can have an awakening and do their part. We're going to see what's positive and what's negative, and then what is needing to be done about the situation, okay, or what your part needs to be done. However you can take these energies, just take them any way you need to. So Jehovah, I just thank you for clear defined messages. We just rebuke and bind and block all foul, demonic, wicked, dark energies. Whoever needs to know any type of information about a family member or a love or somebody who has been negative towards a situation or the person, and they need information, allow me to express expressively by your spirit of truth, by way of the Holy Spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh, and what they need to, so that they can have comfort and that they can have victory within it. What do we need to know and understand about the soul space? What's in the heart? What needs to be guarded? What needs to be expressed? What's positive? What's negative? And then what is your suggestion or the outcome of this reading here? Thank you for answering us even before we call. Okay. So this is the soul, the heart, what's positive, what's negative, and then the outcome here. And at the bottom of the deck, he wants to talk about self-worth. That's beautiful because I literally just showed a picture. I'm going to show it again. Hopefully it's still here. Give me just a second. So the reading that I was just talking about that got deleted, I pulled this out. This card here, the Angel of Self-Worth, it states that you're currently underestimating yourself and it's time to regain your self-worth. That wasn't the card, but it's still going. People need to have compassion within themselves and for others, and to release harsh judgments. And this card was coming to my mind. And a lot of people, when they look in the mirror, I was explaining, they have a hard time looking in the mirror. When they do, that this is what they see. And this person that they're looking at in the mirrors, their eyes are closed as well. And it's as if they don't want to even look at it. But it's like a delusional type of an energy here. Somebody's incarcerated in their mind. Their self-worth is just, they're underestimating themselves. They don't have any confidence anywhere because of past things that have tied them up, or the wounds that are just so deep within a situation is hard. And so the overall energy is to have some type of self-worth again. And it's really time to open up and look and face something straight on in what it is. Okay? When you do and you face it, what's going to look back at you is this, okay? instead of looking at yourself like this. When you open your eyes and take that bandage off and just face it for what it is, you'll see the beautiful side of what's really here. So self-worth is here. Now, that's overall energy. So let's look at the soul, what's going on. So pleasure, okay, taking pleasure in the things that you do. And sometimes people are just moved by what they can touch and taste and see and feel. And it's the, actually we're going into the 10th house, and that energy holds the devil card. It's all carnal stuff. That's why some people are here, because they've given into pleasures that really, their mind space, their mind, their will, their emotions, that's all they wanted, is if I can touch it and feel it and taste it and see it and do whatever. But it's caused them to be in this place where their self-worth has been diminished. Okay? Some people are opening up, are healing from this place, and so they're showing energies of taking pleasure in the things now from this space on in what they do, because they've learned they're coming up higher. And that actually was in the mutual space on that energy read that I just did, that it looked like somebody was coming. We've been talking about the onion opening up, and it looked like kind of like that. I was pointing it out, and somebody was coming out of that for a new life. Okay, from this point on, when you open up and understand that you are worthy to have learned from this place and teach from that place. Somebody is either in this place and needs you to send love and light so that they can take pleasure and find a new life and self-worth, or the person that you are looking at really is whole, because one side of that reading, somebody really was whole on the other side. Okay? And so for every person that's not whole, they need somebody to come along to help them so that they can learn and then be the person that teaches the next person or their children or the next generation, okay? So what's in the heart space is this oneness card that I was talking about. So someone that you love, or this is you doing this to this person, someone that you love is thinking fondly of you at the moment. And so it's positive, or they need you to do that. They need you to do that. And a lot of people need us to do this, okay? Because they're just torn to smithereens. They really are. Some people are seared there, people, and it's really sad. It really is. What's positive here is to get out of addictions, because some people are really, really in this addictive place. So what's positive is that they're healing. This is the angel of addiction healing. Thoughts can be addictive. If you don't have any self-worth, that's addictive to always tear yourself down. And you look at yourself this way, it's just like that, you'll think of other people the same way, because you don't see yourself as whole. Okay? What's positive is to be whole. Okay? That's in the heart. To guard so that we can be whole. Okay? The soul, the heart, what's positive is to get out of this addictive place. What's negative is to not relax. If you're not relaxing and meditating, this person got their eyes closed, they're relaxing. If we're not taking the Shabbat, the day that is showing us that it's our sign between us and Jehovah, then we're going to end up like this, or the person is, or whatever is going on. What's negative is not to walk in a place of peace. We're told to be led forth by peace. This says to let go of desired outcomes, and you will get what you need and what you want. There is no want in those who put their trust in the divine. Really, the Lord is our shepherd. I shall not want, because it's all there for us at the time we need something. So what's negative is if you don't let go of any desired outcomes. Just let it be. Let Jehovah lead. Okay? And so the outcome here is getting over some type of real bad indulging type of energy, or to release something. It's okay. It says stop beating yourself up. Okay, stop beating yourself up. A little bit of having a good time or something like that. Everything in moderation, in balance, is fine. Some people have done something and they just, oh my God, I've really sinned or whatever. And some things are not as bad as what you think they are. People, they're just not. And maybe some people have went overboard. But Jehovah still puts his hand out for healing. Okay? You need to relax. You really need to relax. If you can forgive, you will be forgiven. You are worthy to look at this and teach from that place so that somebody else don't get there. And not to become numb, like I said last night on that reading, and be, like I said, some people have become numb, but they went the negative way in that instead of teaching from this place. This is such a profound card to me. It just speaks volumes to me. A lot of people, Jehovah's been bringing a lot of things up about witchcraft. And a lot of people have been in vanity and looked into mirrors and done witchcraft. But this is all that it leads to, people. It's all that it leads to. They're just full of themselves. They're really empty on the inside. And the positive thing is to get out of this addictive energy and heal. Okay? Whatever the indulgence is, it's realizing that you have self-worth even if you have indulged in the past, because it's actually the card that came out in that other reading stated that something about what you think is really, really bad or an injustice. What seems an injustice is actually a blessing for you and I. It really is. All things work together for good for those who love Jehovah and are called according to his purpose. There was a purpose in all of this. There was. Even for the stupid snakes that came along the way. Because he says, I'm going to make those crooked places straight for you. Or for the person that you're thinking of that's on your mind all the time. It's for all of us to come together and bring a healing to the land. So we can have heaven on earth, people. What good is it for you to sit here and have a desired outcome to put spells and things on people because you just got to be controlling? It does nothing but tear you apart, tear others apart, and bring these stupid snakes. It's time to cut them asunder and let Jehovah do a work in you. Quit looking into a mirror that is not filled with anything. There's emptiness here. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Forgive, because there's a blessing in disguise. Even if some people are facing some type of a jail situation, people, there's somebody in that jail cell that needs to hear your story because they're sitting there without any hope. Okay? And go to the prison cells and even open their prison within, because it really does start within before we can experience the things without. Okay? This is what come out in this reading. I hope it blessed you. Until next time, shalom.